These are your Unit 2A, Day 6 notes. This is your last set of notes before we start our review for the assessment. We are going to work on evaluating expressions. To evaluate an expression, we substitute the variable with the value given. Prior to this, we were unable to solve expressions because the variable remained a mystery. Well, if you know what the variable is, you can solve. And there is a lot of steps to do that, so hang on tight. So the first thing you need to do is replace each letter in the expression with the assigned value. If we look right here, we have x equals 3. So we know that this x is equal to 3. So the expression that we start with is 2 times 4x minus 6. Well, now that we know the value of x, we can substitute it in. So it no longer says x, it says 3. Okay, so that is the big starting point, is now we know what the variable is. And instead of having an x here, we put it in like this. We always put the variable in around these parentheses because it means multiplication. So here we go. We have 2 times 4 times 3 plus 1 minus 6. And again, you can see right here that I put a 3 in because I know the value of the variable. Now, my next step is to multiply each variable by the coefficient. Or just, if you look right here, you see how we have 4x. And remember, 4 is our coefficient. So the first thing, once I put the variable in, is I multiply by that number. So we can see here we have 4 times 3. And 4 times 3 is 12. I need to copy the rest of the equation down. So I'd have 2 times 12 plus 1 minus 6. And I forgot to put the parentheses there. Okay? So again, what we just did, and I'm going to underline it to make it obvious, is we multiplied the coefficient by the given value of the variable, which we know is 3 because we were told that. And that is where we get the answer of 12. Okay, now what we need to do is follow the order of operations. And the order of operations is similar to PEMDAS. The first thing we did is variable terms left to right. We just did that. Now we follow the order of operations. So we know with PEMDAS, parentheses is first. So we are going to do what's in our parentheses, which is 12 plus 1. So 2 times 12 plus 1 is 13 minus 6. And let's highlight that in red so we can see what step we just did. Next, with the order of operations, we have exponents. There are no exponents. Next, we have multiplication and division. That occurs at the same time from left to right. So I look here and, oh, there's some multiplication. So I complete that next. 2 times 13 is equal to 26. So we have 26 minus 6. And I'm going to highlight that blue so you can see what was just done. That is not blue. And now my last step is 26 minus 6. And 26 minus 6 is equal to 20. So in this expression, 2 times 4x plus 1 minus 6, when x is equal to 3, the value is 20. Okay, I'm going to do some more. These ones are a little bit more simple. So here we go. We have negative 2 times x. Well, we are given the value of x as being 1. So we don't have to write x anymore. We write 1. So we're going to go ahead and we have negative 2 times 1. And that 1 came from that value of x. Remember, x is no longer a mystery. Negative 2 times 1 is equal to negative 2. Okay, let's look at this next one. Evaluate x divided by 5 when x is equal to 25. So we know the value of x is 25, so we do not put an x in the equation. It is no longer a mystery. We know the value. So 25 divided by 5 is equal to 5. So in this expression, when x is equal to 25, the answer is 5. Okay, a little bit more, ones that are a little bit more difficult. Here we have 2 times 4x plus 1 when x is equal to 2. So like I can see right here, I know the value of x. X is equal to 2. X is equal to 2. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite my expression with the value of x in there because I know now that it's equal to 2. So 2 times 4 times 2 plus 1 is my new expression. And why is that? It's because I know that x is equal to 2. Next, I go ahead and I multiply my value of the variable by the original coefficient. So that just pretty much means I do 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Now I write the rest of the expression. 2 times 8 plus 1. Now I follow the order of operations. Remember, whatever is in the parentheses is first. So I need to solve that. So we're going to have 2 times what's in the parentheses, 8 plus 1, which is equal to 9. Let's underline that so we know where it came from. And now I'm left with my last part of the expression or equation, which is 2 times 9, and 2 times 9 is equal to 18. All right. Now let's move on to the next one. You can see that this one's a little bit different because it has this negative sign outside of the parentheses. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to write in the given value of x because we know that x is equal to 10. So we have negative 3x plus 8 plus 6. We know the value of x, so we replace it with the number 10. Okay, now we follow the order of operations, and remember the first thing we do is multiply the variable by the coefficient. So we know x is 10, put it right there, and now we're going to take 3 times 10. 3 times 10 is 30. And then we have plus 8. Leave our negative sign out there, plus 6, okay? So we've done 3 times 10, multiplied the variable by the coefficient, and we get an answer of 30. Next, we follow the order of operations. So here we have 30 plus 8. 30 plus 8 is equal to 38. So we're going to go ahead and write 38. Remember to keep your parentheses. We haven't gotten rid of them yet. Plus 6. And you can see now that we have this negative sign out here. And oops, I forgot to highlight so you can see what you were doing. Good way to refer back. So we did 30 plus 8, and that's where we got 38. All right, now let's go back here. We have this negative sign outside of the parentheses. When you have just a plain negative sign, that means you have to multiply the negative by what's inside the parentheses. I think a good way to remember that is to just write this as negative 1 times 38 plus 6. That way you know that you're taking negative 1 and you're multiplying it by 38. Sometimes it's a little confusing when you just see this negative sign here, so a lot of students like to substitute that with a negative 1. So our next step is multiplication. Negative 1 times 38. Negative 1 times 38 is simply negative 38. All right, and we're left with negative 38 plus 6. Go ahead and highlight again to keep this organized. Negative 38 plus 6 is equal to negative 32. Okay, just 2 more left, and then you can try on your own. Here we have negative 2 times 4x minus 1. Well, now it tells us that x is equal to negative 3, so our first step is to substitute that into the expression. X is equal to negative 3, so we need to rewrite this expression as negative 2 times the quantity 4 times negative 3 minus 1. All right, again, our first step is to multiply our coefficient by the variable. The variable is negative 3, that is its value. So the first thing that we need to do is multiply those two numbers. 4 times negative 3 is equal to negative 12. I need to carry the rest of the expression down because I haven't touched it yet. And again, let's highlight to keep ourselves organized. Okay? All right, so then the next step here is to do what's in the parentheses. If we follow order of operations, we have negative 12 minus 1. Negative 12 minus 1 is equal to negative 13. So something that you really need to do when you're doing these problems is use your calculator. There's a lot of mistakes that are pretty simple mistakes that are happening because we're not using our calculator. Okay, so use your calculator to check your work to make sure that you're completing your negative and positive operations correctly. Okay, so here we are. We did negative 12 minus 1, which we know is negative 13. Right, keep ourselves organized. Here we go. This is our last part of the expression. Negative 2 times negative 13 is equal to positive 26. And remember, why is that? Because a negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, here is the last one on your own that I'm going to do with you, and then you'll do the rest on your own. Here we go. All right, so x is equal to, x is equal to 3. And we can see here that there are 2 x's in this expression. So that means you need to substitute 3 into both places. So this becomes 6 times 3 plus 4 minus 2 times 3 plus 5. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply the variable by the coefficient. You can see here we have a plain x. So 3 times 1 is 3. So we leave that alone. You can see here we have negative 2 times 3. Negative 2 times 3 is equal to negative 6. So we're going to write negative 6 plus 5. We have 6 times 3 plus 4. Our next step is to complete what's in the parentheses. In the parentheses, we have 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. So we have 6 times 7 minus 6 plus 5. Our next step is to complete our multiplication. Remember, we're following that order of operations. 6 times 7 is equal to 42. So we have 42 minus 6 plus 5. And our last step here is to complete our subtraction and addition problems. And when we have subtraction and addition, they happen at the same time from left to right. So first, I'm going to do 42 minus 6. 42 minus 6 is equal to 36. 36, and then we 36 plus 5 is our last operation. 36 plus 5 is equal to 41. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight where we put our variables in. And we did a lot of, We did a lot of highlighting up here, so I'm just going to leave this as is. Okay, so please make sure you have all the information accurately in your notes, and we're going to move on. Okay, it has come to my attention that several students are not listening to the video. They are simply just copying the answers. It is very hard to learn the material when you do that. And when you're choosing to do that, you're kind of slowing the rest of the class down who chose to listen to the videos. So what I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to have a set of problems for you to complete on your own as part of your homework. I will not be providing the answers. This will let me know if you understood the information from the video and that you watched it, okay? So go ahead right now, and your job is to complete this page and the next on your own. You are evaluating this expression with the given variable.